What's up, you beautiful fucks? This is the Butcher bringing you guys the 8th episode of our Scav for Riches series. In the last episode, we were able to almost clear 1,000,000 rubles in one raid. It was absolutely insane, and that was thanks to the armor repair kit that we found in White Castle. So what we're going to be doing this video is we're going to hopefully replicate this and also be sure to maybe surpass it as well. Yeah, we're on reserves at night once again, and, yeah, we're just going to keep trucking along, and we'll see how this goes. And sorry guys, I'm having to do a voiceover on this episode because for whatever fucking reason, my recording software was like, you know what? You wanna use your microphone? Pfft, nah, bruh. But we are coming up on a box here, and once we open it, we find a 2x2 slot. And what is it? It is going to be the tool set. Now, we needed a second tool set because we are doing a task for the mechanic, and for it, you have to go and repair these electrical boards. And I brought a tool set in, right? And I go and I fix the first one. And then the game's like, yo, you need a second tool set for the second control board. And I'm like, who the fuck uses their tools and then they just disappear? They're just gone. Like, yeah, no, my whole tool set just disappeared after that job. Sorry, boss. I'm going to have to get a whole fucking tool set before I can finish the rest of the fucking job. Like, that doesn't make any sense, but, you know, we're going to go into this computer room, and first computer wasn't cracking at all. I think it had some electrical caps or whatever, but we're just going to start making our way through these loot stashes. A DVD player, who the fuck uses those anymore? Everything's streamed. And we found ourselves a CPU. So that is actually going to mark the last CPU that we need for Signal Part 2 for the mechanic. But, and then we got an SSD, which was pretty cool. But, we still need 2 G phones. And that's what you're going to see from me right now. I'm going to be looting the filing cabinets. And, I'm going to spoil it. We didn't find 2 G phones, but we did find something way better in the next room, and I am really excited that this happened. But the only downside is we are unable to get any profits from the traders. So us being level 14, we're going to have to try to find a way to make it to level 15 to hopefully get flea market and see how much these items are going for. But it was absolutely insane. The streamer loot was immaculate in this episode. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have a labs key card that I spawned in with, which is even better because that's more money in my pocket if I wanted to, because I already have a labs key card. And given some news that I've received from a buddy about some friends and stuff, I don't think I'm going to labs anytime soon. I don't want to get shit on. My buddy did some research, right? And apparently there's a 60-40 split. 60% of Tarkov players are hacking and 40% are actually playing legit. So, yeah, I don't think I want to go to labs. But when we get to this drawer, this is amazing. It's like, oh, something on... Oh, wait, no, not this drawer. My bad. It's not even in this room. My apologies. So, yeah, it's when we go downstairs. When we go downstairs, I think it's the first room that we loot. But we continue to loot up here. There was nothing really exciting. I think I found maybe a suppressor and a scope. And that may not sound as exciting, but it turned out that the suppressor was actually 24,000 rubles. That's pretty insane for a suppressor. Look at me having a moral dilemma on what I should get rid of and what I should keep. But yeah, we find a suppressor in this box, and that sold for 24,000. So I mean, it's not a bad pick at all. I feel like throwing away that handguard was great. I'm pre-aiming that bathroom because there's been times I've gone to second floor and somebody's just hiding in there, and it was absolutely annoying. So it's this room that we go into. We start looting, and for whatever reason, my middle mouse scroll, you know how you can click on your scroll wheel? For whatever reason, it was not examining the item at all. But as you guys can tell from the shadow, you could definitely see what the shape of it is. I believe it might be this drawer. Yes. So what does that look to y'all? Because that, to me, looks like a flash drive, right? And guess what it is? A flash drive. So apparently there's something different with this one. It's an encrypted flash drive. I don't know if it's just a regular flash drive and the game's just fucking with me, but I've definitely seen those before. So we get that, and then we go to the next drawer, and guess what's in the next drawer? Another fucking flash drive. And that's absolutely insane. I have never had that happen before, and the streamer loot was great. So after I finished checking these drawers, I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of here, because I am not going to fall victim to some PMC in a fucking corner in Black Knight trying to ruin my day. So I immediately run for the extract, and I see that I have checkpoint fence. There's actually been a few failed attempts of recording. There was somebody running after me there too. But there's been a few times that I have gone to checkpoint fence and found out I didn't have the extract, and I'm not familiar with the extracts in this game. I now know where hole in the wall is, and I know where hermetic door is, but I have no clue where the power is to turn on the hermetic door for the bunker. But you know, we'll find that out. I'll do like some YouTube tutorial searching or whatever to find the power. But yeah, we make our way to the extract, and then we get to turning in our quest items and then selling our loot as well. So I am going to let you guys know what the total is, and then I think we might go on another raid, maybe actually get some game audio. I apologize for the audio not working. For whatever reason, I was setting up AirPlay for my VR to see if I could possibly start recording Ghost of Tabor. If you guys would like to see some Ghost of Tabor videos, just let me know in the comment section below. And at this point, I'm just rambling. But yeah, we get our items in, and I will let you guys know how much we make. So it turns out we got $218,000 and 435 rubles, or I say dollars and rubles, this raid. So I think I am going to be loading into another raid, but if you guys enjoyed this portion of the video, let me know in the comments section below, and I'll see you in the next raid. Okay, so now we are back on reserves so that we can, you know, continue hopefully getting some more loot going, because I mean, we're absolutely killing it on this map. I decided to do a nighttime raid, but it was early enough in the day, or I'd rather say later enough in the day, that it was relatively light outside. It was like 6 to 7 a.m. When I decided to load in, but this one is fucking juicy. Oh my gosh. And it was actually a very short raid, unfortunately, but that's because in this raid we were able to get some really good loot, and you guys are going to be able to see here shortly how good a loot we have. We didn't spawn in with the lab's key card this time, but we did have some slugs that would have been good if we got into any contact with enemies, but we didn't. I completely didn't even look in this room at all. I'm sure that there was a bag or something I could have possibly looted. There usually is, especially near the weights, but I knew that I was next to White Knight and I wanted to get there as quickly as possible. So yeah, and we didn't have a checkpoint spawn, which I thought was going to be the death of us, but it turned out that, I mean, just with my pure tactic in how I want to go about extracting with the loot that we did obtain, it turned out to be really good. So I ended up opening up some of these filing cabinets, and I don't know how far in we got before we got our first item of significance. I believe it was third or fourth drawer. Yeah, and I ended up hearing somebody here. I heard suppressed shots towards Scavs, so I thought somebody was going to be running up on us, but that it was just the paranoia talking. And after a little bit of just sitting at this corner, watching, look at that headshot placement, by the way. Like, that would have absolutely devastated somebody if they ran up, and it most likely would have been a scav, and we most likely would have had a horrible time. But I opened up this last drawer, and sure enough, there's a fucking G phone in there, which is absolutely amazing because we only need 2 G phones in order to complete the signal part 2. So then I come downstairs and I'm like, you know what? We're going to test our luck, because not a lot of well, these filing cabinets weren't looted at all. It was absolutely great that we ended up getting what we did. So I continue searching, and I don't know which drawer it was specifically. I think it's coming up in the next 2 drawers. We found an Easy Bake manual, which is like an easy 26K. And yeah, it was this last one right here. We got another flash drive. What the fuck? So now I'm getting confident. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna go over to Black Knight, and this is an indicator that this place has been looted. As soon as I'm walking in, there's a guy running out, and I'm like, oh shit. So I do what any normal person would do, go straight to the filing cabinet room, and I think within 1 to 2 drawers, I've realized that this place had already been ransacked by that player scav. So then I was like, you know what? We'll go upstairs. We'll try to entertain it. And after, I think I may have looted 2 rows here, trying to find something. And I was like, fuck it. Like, this This is whack. This dude totally took anything that was valuable in here. And by the time I get to this next row, I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. It's totally been just ran through, for lack of a better term. So I was like, if this next one's empty, okay, we got an easy lamp. Let's move this along. And then by the time I hit that, I was like, I'm done. This place has been looted. But I came to the conclusion, in White Knight, there is one set of filing cabinets that I did not loot. So as you can see, I start running towards White Knight, and I'm like, please don't be anybody in this area. And sure enough, there was nobody there. We start running up, and that's where I catch a glimpse of this scav that I ran past earlier. He's come to the conclusion that I've looted everything up here. So he's all like, there's nothing here, but there's one place he failed to check. And this is where we get to capitalize on the fact that he wasn't patient. So we start going through these filing cabinets that were not looted. Yes! Alright, we gotta leave. This is where I'm like, okay, we need to get the fuck out of here. I check my extracts again, and I see that we have hole in the wall. I know where hole in the wall is, so I was like, okay, we're gonna go. And then I realized I was in White Knight, so had to turn around and stuff. But we start making our way towards the extract, and look at how tactical this is. Okay, so this might still be in the open for some, but I knew that the area around me was not likely to have PMCs. I'm still looking around, as you can tell. I think I see a dead body. I don't know if that was already there, if that's like a pre-loaded dead body, but I knew for certain that I needed to get the fuck out of there. So I let my stamina regen, and then as soon as it's good to go, I start running. Now this route I took specifically to not take contact, okay? I made sure that I was running on the more closed sides of the buildings, and I'm making sure not to hit any bushes, because for whatever reason, whenever you hit a bush in this game, it's like, okay, you're stopping. You're no longer running. So we regen stamina behind cover, behind foliage, and then we start heading out. So once my stamina regens here, you're going to see that I start to book it, and this is where I'm super proud of myself. I stay on the sidewalk up until this point, and then I'm like, I need to get behind cover. So then I loop wide, using the trees and the bushes as a little bit of cover as I start scaling the side of this hill to ensure that nobody just randomly one-taps me out in the open, because I have the final quest items that I need in order for me to finally be finished with Signal Part 2 for the mechanic. And it turns out that this is the last Signal mission that you have for the mechanic, or at least for a while. So I'm walking slowly to regen stamina. I'm making sure to put myself behind trees, put myself up against the stone backing, just in case if they do miss me, they're going to be hitting a hill and not aggroing anything next to me. And then I just book it, man. I make it to the tower, and then I see that little bump in the wall, and then I don't know if this was smart, but I laid down, and luckily nothing happened. Now, something that I don't usually go over is what I'm doing. So I go over to Ragman because that's who you can go to sell all of your items when it comes to clothing. So then I repair the shotgun using a weapons repair kit, which is no cost to me, which gives me more of a profit when I am turning things in. and we go to Prapor to sell the grenades. I highly suggest you sell your grenades to Prapor and only Prapor, not Fence. So for that short little run, we made 149,729 rubles, and if we add that to the original 218 and 435 rubles, we made a total profit of 368,160. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.